Hey everybody, it's Professor Hall, and I want to take you through this process together. I know it's the very first week of the semester and you're already having to go over to the final exam. What? Let me explain. I decided to, for your final exam, include a creative assignment that will allow you to demonstrate all of the objectives that you have learned throughout this semester. So let's look together at what exactly this final exam is and what I need for you to do first thing in the semester and why. Let's go together. In the module for the final exam, there is a tab for the final step-by-step process. As you can see, creating this masterpiece includes a series of steps. I've put some examples in here to take you along the way. And you don't need to worry about all of these steps because right now, at the very beginning of the semester, we are only going to work on this first series of choices. That's it. Now, throughout the rest of this module for the final exam, you'll find more tutorials that go over all the rest of these documents. So you won't be on your own at any point. But the first thing I want you to do is choose one of the images. Let's look at those images together and talk about that a minute. Here I am at the module for the final essay, and I'm going to choose one of these images. This is totally the fun part. Well, it's all the fun part, but this is really fun. So let's open this and look at it together. Remember that this particular part of the exercise requires a computer. You can look at the images on your phone, but you won't be able to copy and paste those images into a Word document. Students have had problems with that in the past. As soon as they get to a computer and they open up this document that contains the images, they're able to copy and paste the image that they like into their Word document or in Pages or other documents, but not from your phone. So let's look at these images together. Okay, we're going to look at these images in just a second, but I want you to listen to me for just a moment. What happened in this particular essay that you're going to write that's completely creative, completely fictional? You're going to make all of this up. But the point of this narrative is that a crime was committed. Now, we know that this essay that you write is going to be part of the school files. So we want to make sure that we don't go over the line into complete inappropriate. Doesn't mean that you can't discuss a crime and go into some details and you can use whatever language you want to use when you're writing dialogue and so forth. We don't want it to sound phony, but we do want to make sure that we are careful that we stay within the boundaries of what's acceptable at a college institution. Okay? So, with that in mind, let's look at these images, and all of these images indicate that a crime has been committed. Let's look at them together. Now, when you open this Word document, you will enable editing, and that's going to allow you an opportunity to copy and paste the image that you like into another document. Let's scroll down these a minute and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so there's all kinds of images of a crime that has been committed. You're going to pick one of them, and you're going to look through all of them before you decide which one you want to decide on, because it's going to be your friend for a long time. And you're going to have to love that image and love the idea of creating a story around that image. Now, as soon as you select the image that you want to create your story around, then you will copy that image and you will paste it into a Word document of your own so that you can begin working on it. Let's look at this together. You can see I just clicked on that document, so here are the little toggles, and that's going to allow me to copy. Then I'm going to open up a new Word document and I paste it. Now I have the first of my images that I'm going to create this story around. One of the things I want to remember as I go through the process, because at this stage of the game, some people get excited and want to get all kinds of other pictures included that create the world of the story. This is a very vivid color picture. That means that all the images that I search for on Google will need to be colorful, because all of the images need to be the same style. All right? So that's how we're going to get started. So now that I have my image selected, and I've started a preliminary document that I'm going to call my creative page, and I've started thinking about, oh my gosh, what kind of a crime has been committed? There's some interesting tutorials that you can watch and read, but the main thing in the first week of the semester is to select the image that you like and go to the discussion board and start developing your ideas with other students. Remember, there aren't very many discussion boards in the entire course, and so the ones that I've included are important. I don't like discussion boards where people just go in and make a post and leave. I like it where you interact with people, where you share ideas. So this first week, you're going to go to this discussion board. Let's click on it together. And of course, you guessed it, there's a tutorial. And then you will read the important information about how that discussion board works. You'll scroll down here, you'll click reply, you'll paste that picture that you liked into your discussion, and you'll write down your preliminary thoughts and your questions for the class. Remember, the class isn't going to write the story for you, but the class can give you ideas about what would motivate a particular character to do something. I'm not really in the world of the mystical, and so if I chose that picture that we were just using as an example, I would ask other students what they liked, or what kinds of interactions might happen between dragons and whatever, and get some ideas from that. So this is a fun discussion board, and you will enjoy completing that task. So now I want to add my image into my Canvas posting. And in order to do that, it's a pretty simple process. I will go to the left of my Canvas classroom where I'm logged in, and I'll go to Account, and I'll add a file, which is that picture that I copied, pasted, and saved into my computer. Let's do that together real quick. Yes? Are you with me? Okay, so I opened up my account, which is that upper left corner of the far left menu bar. I'm going to add the file. Over on the right, I'm going to click Upload. There's the file that I saved. I'm going to upload it. There it is. Dragon JPG. Now I'm going back over to my little posting that I wanted to do in the discussion board. Right, so I'm back in that discussion board, and I know that the due dates are going to change depending on the semester, but I'm going to click Reply. And in order to add my picture, I click Embed Image. I'm going to Canvas, My Files, Dragon, boom. Okay? I hope that makes sense. It's pretty easy. And I can make that smaller in the post so that it's not quite so big. And then I'm going to explain to the students, my fellow students, that this is the picture that I created and what I wanted to accomplish. And I'm going to ask a question so that they can answer me back and give me some ideas about what the world of this story might be, and what ideas they might have about what I'm going to do with some of these other images, and whatever I want to ask. All right? So that completes this tutorial on the very first steps that you'll need to follow in the first week of class for the final exam creative essay. Won't that be fun? And then throughout the semester you can come back and visit this module and study the other aspects that you saw in that step-by-step procedure. think. But for right now, for today, all we need to do is step 1 and step 2. Come up with a basic idea and select an image that you're going to love. That concludes this tutorial, and welcome to the final essay creative project.